Hi guys, I'm Coach John. I started at EasyFit as a trainer when I was 24 years old. I worked at Retro before that. Got into fitness. I was an ex-athlete all my life. I was a big wrestler. I absolutely loved wrestling because I loved the competitive nature of it. And if you wanted to be a good wrestler, you had to put in the work. And when I got into fitness, I took that same mentality and I got into bodybuilding. And when it came to competing, if you wanted to be the best, you had to train hard. You had to work hard, you had to put in that effort, and there was no room for excuses. Your nutrition had to be on point, you had to be disciplined, you had to be consistent, and I loved every aspect of it. And I took that and I ran with it, and I fell in love with fitness overall. So for me, the biggest challenge that I had to overcome, and that led to my growth just as a person, was I lost my mother when I was 22 years old. It was unexpected, it was fast. You know, my mother died from an accidental overdose. You know, growing up in life, you know, my mom had a hard life. She went through a lot. And seeing her go through what she went through, going through depression, and seeing her just go through life unhappy, that really inspired me to really get into fitness and also just help people. You know, the biggest thing that I would say is I love seeing people win. I like seeing people happy. Life's so short, and at the end of the day, you gotta live it to your fullest. And being in a position that I am today, I've been able to really take my mother's story and what I went through and how I overcame that and help other people, you know, overcome their trials, tribulations, and obstacles. And one thing that people don't know about me was growing up, I also had a hard life. I was poor. My mother, I remember watching my mom have to get up in the cold weather when it was like 40 degrees, you know, 30 degrees, and going to the church just to get us food. I remember being on food stamps. You know, I never had a house. You know, I grew up, we lived on rent, and it was a struggle. But most people would take a situation like this and they would let it hinder them and pull them down in life and make them insecure about themselves or not feel like they can amount to anything. But for me, I said to myself that, you know, that I was put in this position so that I could outgrow and become the best person I could possibly be, you know, to really humble myself. And that's something that, you know, growing up, you know, as I got older, I started to see a different perspective in life, and started to realize that, you know, we worry too much on the unnecessary, and we just got to continue to focus on ourselves on a daily basis and grow. And to me, again, I have contributed to a lot of my success. I started EasyFit back when I was 24 years old. 3 years later, you know, my vision was always to be a gym owner. So I literally went from cleaning gyms to having this vision of always wanting to have my own gym. And that's when I got presented the opportunity to partner up with Juman and open up Hal in 2019. And that to me has been the biggest success that I could say I've had, you know, and a proven testament that if you work hard, no matter despite your life situations or your upbringing, that anything is possible. The biggest thing I love about being a coach at Easy and being an owner is just the amount of people I can impact. It's been the most absolute rewarding experience that I can say I've endured just in life. I think that we all have a purpose on this earth. We all get a chance to make an impact, and I think being able to leave that legacy and just work with so many people who at times don't believe in themselves, and you coming in as their coach to lead them to become the best version of themselves is the most, again, rewarding, you know, feeling in the world. So some advice that I'd give somebody who's looking to either join the gym or even be a coach is just do it. You know, I always say you're one decision away from completely transforming your life, right? And the minute you walk through those doors, whether you're a member or even a coach, the camaraderie, the energy, the growth, the positivity is absolutely life-changing. And it's not something to take for granted or wait on. So my advice is just do it. And if anything's holding you back, don't let it hold you back. Just make the decision, and I promise it'll be the best decision you ever make.